Hey there, thanks for clicking on our ad. My name is James Harrison, and we're going to talk about making a lot of money in real estate. And here's the thing, I'm not a guru, guys. Listen, most gurus are great at one thing. They talk a good talk, but they never show you hands-on how to walk the walk, right? They never show you how to make a lot of money in real estate. They just talk about it. We do something different here. We are full-time investors, and we only offer personalized hands-on mentoring with white glove Rolls-Royce service. That's what we offer. And the bottom line is this. We teach the ABCs and one, two, threes on how you and your family can become rich and wealthy with real estate in today's market. Now, I've trained tens of thousands of people over the last 12 years on how to retire rich and wealthy with real estate. And there's the proof. You can see all the pictures of me and my groups and members of people who have joined our network. So let's talk about this. I've even worked for Donald Trump, which I'll go over later. But right now, listen, there's flipping and holding, right? You can flip real estate. And flipping real estate can get you rich short term. But the bottom line is this. Holding cash flow properties will get you wealthy long term. Look, 1% of the wealthy control 95% of all the real estate in any country. And that's the truth. And the bottom line is this. 76% of all millionaires currently make their money in real estate. That's right now. So if the rich and wealthy are making their money right now in real estate, and that's the truth, guys, and that's a fact. Maybe you should own some real estate. So here we go. How would you like to learn how to retire in 5 years with over $2.2 million cash in the bank? How about earn $180,000 a year every year for the next 5 years with little to no effort? How about I show you how to control 15 little rental homes with hardly doing anything and never breaking a sweat? And how about I show you how to do all this using little to none of your own money? We use OPM, which is other people's money. Now that sounds exciting, right? We're also part of a billion-dollar network of lenders that lend money like those guys on the Shark Tank, okay? So this is important information, guys. This is a game changer. What you're about to listen to will absolutely change your life, okay? Do you love that idea? Okay, good. Hey, this is life-changing stuff. I would grab a pen and a paper. Let's take some notes, okay? I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, there you go. So hopefully you got a pen and a paper, and I want to show you a couple of different things here. Now, here's what most people, including yourself listening to this right now, and most investors don't know, and they don't know how to do this. Watch. You have two different types of sellers in real estate. You see, most people don't know that you only have two types of properties to make money on in real estate: private sellers and public sellers. Now, private sellers are FSBOs, for rent, lease purchase, owner-seller finance deals, vacant abandoned properties, divorce, probate, bankruptcy, handyman specials, investor specials. Those are private sellers trying to get rid of a property. Then you have public properties on the MLS, foreclosures, REOs, government properties, tax liens, tax certificates. Those are public properties. You see, public properties everybody can buy and anybody can find out about. They're hard. Public properties are easy to do because nobody knows how to close a private deal. They're not even looking for private sellers. So what I want to cover with you here is how to go after a for sale by owner or somebody trying to rent or lease out a house or a condo or townhome and get it under contract and make money on it every single day, week, month for the rest of your life. So let's talk about that. Have you ever seen a house like that right there? Look, they're trying to sell it. They're trying to rent it. That's a desperate seller. That house is worth $250,000. They're asking $200,000. We offer $180,000 and they accept it. Now I'm going to teach you how to do this in the trainings, okay? It needs some repairs of $10,000. We have total $190,000 expenses. We pay a realtor a commission $10,000 to sell it, and we have a $200,000 total expense. We sell the property in 60 days for $250,000, and boom, we make $50,000. That's flipping a property. Now I can show you how to do that in my sleep, guys. We've been flipping real estate for the last 12 years. Holding that house gives you a totally different profit, though. You got to see this. Watch. Same $250,000 house. They're asking $200,000. We offer $180,000. We put $10,000 into it. We have $190,000 total expenses. And in a little bit here, I'm going to show you how to get the money for all this. Don't worry about that. But we're going to do something different. We're going to put a lease purchase tenant in that house. We're going to charge them $2,500 a month of a lease payment. We're going to profit $1,000 a month. And don't worry, I'll show you how to make that money. We're going to hold it for 12 months and give the tenant a 12-month lease. We're going to make $12,000 a year profit off the rental income. And then it gets better. What's going to happen is we're going to hold that house for 5 years. The property's going to appreciate at 8% every year. And it's going to be worth $350,000 5 years later. We will profit $160,000 when we sell it, $60,000 from the rental income over 5 years, with a total of $220,000. With little to no effort, because we don't have to do anything to that house for 5 years. We'll get a property management company to manage it. So I don't want to show you how to be a landlord. I want to show you how to control real estate and not make $50,000 on that house. Make $220,000 on this house, right? You see, rich people learn how to get wealthy holding real estate. You can flip that house and make $250,000 doing one flip every year for 5 years if you make $50,000 per deal. But if you hold that house and do one deal a year for 5 years, you're going to make $1,100,000. That is over 400% more money. So why don't you go flip your houses? I'm going to teach other people how to hold the same houses and make 5 times the amount of money. 5 times the amount of money. You see, rich and wealthy people flip real estate and then they take money and they put it into holding real estate. Again, 76% of all the millionaires make their money in real estate right now, guys. I'm talking right now. And you don't need to put forth a lot of effort. Now, here's the deal. Everybody wants to make money now. I'm going to teach you with my system 3 cash flow incomes. You're going to make upfront cash, you're going to make monthly income, and then you're going to make equity cash profit when you sell your houses using my system. So on this little example here, look at that. You would make approximately $2,475,000 in 5 years using my system. And I'm going to teach you how to do it with little to none of your own money. Is that exciting? Say yes. Excellent. Yes. Now, let me cover this real quick because this is an important screen. Listen up. I hope you're taking notes. Stay focused. Stick with me, guys. This is life-changing stuff. When we lease purchase out these properties, okay, we're talking about you're going to have a tenant buyer. This is not renting properties, guys. This is not landlording. Landlording sucks. You don't want to be a landlord. If you're listening to this right now and you're a landlord, you're doing that the wrong way. You want to have a company that controls the property and you make upfront money. So with that little example I gave you, they're paying us $2,500 a month. When they sign a contract to move into the house, they have to give us a 2-month deposit. We deduct that from the sales price, which is $5,000. That's a $5,000 non-refundable deposit. They don't get that money back, but we take it off the price. So if we sell it for $250, they only owe us $245. Does that make sense? They move into the house and they stay in there for 5 years. We don't want to sell it. We want them to stay in there for 5 years. I'll get to that in a second. Why? But if you take that $5,000 of a non-refundable deposit, that's cash in your pocket up front. Right now, you make that money, guys. When I show you how to close these deals, times 15 houses, and you're making $75,000 up front cash in the next 30 to 90 days. Can you say boom? Boom, good for you, right? That's $75,000 non-refundable, guys. Why? Because they're going to buy the house. They're not a renter. There's somebody who's going to lease out the house and purchase it later so they don't get that money back. Does that kind of make sense? Now, I got to show you how that works, and that is true. That is real. This is done every day out here, guys, in the lease purchase real estate arena, and that's what I'm an expert at. The second income you're going to make is the monthly positive passive cash flow. Now, if you've ever heard the word passive, this money comes in every month while you're sleeping. And I'll show you how to get a property management company to collect it for you, and you just check your bank account on the first of every month. So check it out. We're going to make $1,000 every month off the lease money. Now, I got to show you how to put those numbers together and walk you through it step by step. Times 12 months, and you're making $12,000 a year off each house, times 15 houses, and you've got a $180,000 profit times 5 years. That's $900,000 profit in 5 years from 15 little lease purchase houses, guys. Can you say boom? Boom. All right. Is that exciting? And those are real numbers. The numbers don't lie. In real estate, the numbers tell the truth, guys. Don't take my word for it. Look at your screen. Look at those numbers. This is absolutely real. This works, and this is the truth. This is being done every day. The third profit you're going to make is the equity when you sell the houses. Now, again, I got to show you step by step how to sell them, but I can do that with you over a phone call. So watch this. We're going to purchase 15 homes. They're all worth $250,000 in today's market, okay? But real estate is appreciating nationwide on an average of 8% every year, compounded over and over again every year. So the $250,000 house in 5 years will be worth $350,000, and that's a real number. You're going to make $100,000 cash per house when we sell it, times 15 houses, so your $1.5 million will come later after we sell these 15 houses. Can you say bum? Bum. All right, that's exciting. So add up those three numbers, and here's how you can retire rich and wealthy with real estate. $2,475,000 in 5 years. Now, some of you might say, Jim, that's not enough money. I need more money than that. Well, I tell you what, why don't you show me another way right now, and I'll put you on the phone with me. We'll do a Skype or a conference call. You show me another way you have in your arsenal right now to create $2,475,000 cash in your bank account in 5 years, and I'll sign up for your program. How about that? All right. If you don't have that program, I would definitely stick with this. Let's keep going. Now, I want to show you some proof that people are doing this with us right now. Here's Kathy. Kathy took our training. She went out. She signed up for one of our master programs. We put her on a mentorship. She spent about 3 to 4 days with us, and she flipped a house that we helped her put together and made $150,000 in 65 days. She was a school teacher, and she was out of work. So she had nothing else to do. She was sitting around doing nothing. Her back was against the wall, and there's the check. She made $150,329.92. That is the check. That is real. And if you don't believe it, we don't care. That is real, guys. Okay? I'd love to show you how to get one of those checks. Now, here's a father and son team. They actually took that house right there. They signed up for our master program. We spent about 3 days with them, and they made $21,000 wholesaling that house. Now, I haven't taught you wholesaling yet, but I can teach you that over an hour phone call, okay? So they flipped that house and made 21 grand. Now, this is Tad and Robert. This is in Las Vegas, Nevada, and they actually did their first deal and made $95,000. Not too bad, right? Now, here's the deal. That is the real check for $95,433.39. And I can teach you and train you with my network how to do that. They hardly used any of their own money, but they borrowed money from one of our lenders in our Web of Forest network. Kind of makes sense? So we'd like to help you. Here's another guy. He's showing us his monthly check he gets every month off his rental properties. But again, we're not going to rent them. We're going to lease them. That way the buyer is already in the house. Cool. Here's another guy. He's got HUD-1 settlement statements right there. He owns and controls over 20 properties now. Look at that big smile on his face, huh? Hey. All right. I'd like to see your picture up there. Now, here's another couple right here, and we took them out, and they put under contract, listen to this, in 3 days, we helped them get 15 houses under contract. And I want to show you how to do the same thing. You see, guys, we have a 30-day, put 15 houses under contract. We cash flow them for 5 years, $2.2 million program. I'm going to go over that here in a minute, okay, on how you can get started with us. That is the real deal. Here's another lady out in Texas, Bobby. That's an $80,000 check. Not too bad. You see, when you make $80,000 on a deal, you take some of that money, pay off your credit cards, pay off some debt, have a little fun, go on vacation, go to the mall, buy some new clothes, and then you take about 60 to 65,000 of that, and now we're going to use that to invest into real estate properties that we can hold and retire in 5 years. Kind of makes sense? So we take the money and we flip the money. Now listen up. I have a system, write this down, called a 6-figure option system. And I can teach you how to make 6 figures a month with this system. Now, most people say, Jim, if you can make me 6 figures a year, I'm happy. Okay, let's start with that. Here we go. Now, I have what's called a slow and steady, okay, slow and steady real estate investing system, which means in the next 30 days, here's your challenge. We have to put 15 deals under contract, hold them for 5 years to produce $2.25 million of income for retirement and retire rich and wealthy. Now, let me go over this one more time. This is called my slow and steady real estate investing system. In 30 days, me and my team can mentor you to get 15 little deals under contract. We'll help you get the money for it, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. We have lenders that will fund the deals. You and your company will hold them. We will put lease purchase tenants in the properties, hold them for 5 years, show the tenants how to buy them. They've got 5 years to buy them, right? And we sell the houses and cash in $2,250,000 in cash in your bank account at the end of 5 years. That's the plan. And you retire rich and wealthy. You can do whatever you want with that money. Now, I want you to think about this. What would you do with $2,250,000? Would you go to work? No, you would not. You would sit around and do nothing. You're doing nothing right now. Come on. All right, that's a joke. I'm just having fun. But anyway, that would be nice to have. So let's kind of talk about this, okay? Look, this 6-figure option system comes with a 30-day challenge. We buy 15 houses in 30 days, then put in a lease purchase tenant, offer them a 12-month lease with 5 years to purchase. And they have the option to purchase at any time. That's it, guys. Now, that sounds really easy, right? But there's about 7 steps to get this done per house. So let me go over this one more time. My 6-figure option system, which is an automated online system, I can show you how to do this right on your computer and your smartphone, guys. All right? You can do it from the comfort of your home. I do. You can do it sitting in a Starbucks. I do. You can do this on vacation. I do. All right? So we're going to buy 15 houses in 30 days. Now, that sounds kind of outrageous, right? How are we going to buy 15 houses in 30 days? I'll get to that. You have to be totally vested into this program, guys. All right? I'm talking eat, drink, and sleep it for 30 days. Now, I know you might have a job and run a business and you got kids and all that. So do I. But the point is, if you want to retire rich and wealthy, you're in the #1 real estate market right now to do it, guys. We got more foreclosures, more bank-owned properties, more government properties out there than you could ever get your hands on. You're an idiot if you don't invest in real estate between now and the next 24 months. What we're going to do is we're going to put a lease purchase tenant in each of the 15 houses. We're going to offer them a 12-month lease. They're going to give us money down to move into the house. That's called a non-refundable deposit. That's the first income. You keep that money. They're going to lease it out for 12 months. We're going to make money on the property every month. And then in 5 years, they're going to purchase it. And they have the option to purchase it at any time during those 5 years. Now, here's the key. Listen, we are actually going to run numbers, and every year in the contract, we're going to show them that the value of the house is going to go up. So if they don't buy it the first year and they buy it the second year, it's a higher price. They have to pay more. If they don't buy it the second year, they buy it the third year, it's a higher price. Guys, we can charge full market value. In fact, we're charging over market value right now, and people are paying. Why? Everybody wants to be a homeowner. You guys are in the #1 rental market to convert people from a renter to a buyer. And when you do that, you're creating the American dream. You see, the American dream is to own real estate and control it. Nobody wants to rent. When you're renting, you're making me rich. When you buy, now you can own and control real estate. That's what I want to show you how to do. And that's what we're going to put together. So let me give you an idea. Take that same little house I was just talking about a couple of minutes ago. This is a for sale by owner. You might drive down the street 2 blocks, a mile away, and you can find 5 or 6 of these, okay? These are private sellers. And what's going to happen is this. I'm going to teach you and show you with our trainings and our videos and our mentorships and our live events and our phone coaching and mentoring how to take $250,000 houses. We're going to buy 15 houses in 30 days. That's 1 house every other day. Sign up a lease purchase tenant, give them a 12-month lease, 5 years to purchase, control $3.75 million worth of assets, hold and cash flow these 15 houses for 5 years, and our goal is $2,250,000 and retire rich and wealthy. There you go. That's the plan right there. And again, if you don't have another plan to do that, let me go over it one more time. 15 houses, little 3-bed, 2-bath, quarter-acre lot houses. They're worth $250,000. We're going to give people a 12-month lease with an option to buy. Charge them $2,500 a month. You make $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. That's $180,000 a year on 15 houses. In 5 years, you will make $900,000. Can you say boom? Boom, right? Isn't that awesome? Now that $900,000, listen, it's going to take a lot of work to do that. Let me tell you the work that you have to do every day when you get up and get out of bed. You have to get up, get a cup of coffee, and you have to go outside. You got to get in your vehicle, and you have to drive by each house and wave to the people living in it because they're paying you every month. You don't even have to stop. Just wave and say, thank you for leasing out my property that I learned how to control. Wouldn't that be fun? That's the work. You don't have to do anything else, guys. That's why I laugh at people who do not buy and control and own real estate long term. It's insanely funny how ridiculously stupid it is not to own real estate and make a fortune, guys. All right? Now, that's $900,000 in 5 years. But wait a second. Hold on. I think you're going to like this. Wait. We're not done with the money part. It gets way better. Hang in there. We're almost done, okay? Are you guys writing all this down? You're writing this down, right? Okay, good. Now, I know this is a lot of information. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm trying to get you all this stuff as quickly as I can because these webinars, I try and keep them to about 45 minutes, okay? So let's keep going. Watch. These properties will appreciate. They'll go from 250, 270, 291, 340,000 in 5 years, okay? But we're going to buy them now with an average value of 250. So what happens is they appreciate over time. And when they do that, that's when you make the money. The lease tenant has to sign and agree to pay the full fair market value each year as long as they stay in the house. So here's your equity profit in 5 years with only one little lease purchase rental house, okay? The house goes from 250, 270, 291, 314 to 340, okay? And when you just sit there and let the market do its job, the value goes up and you make $90,000 in 5 years per house. Let me say that again. Just by driving by once a month, waving to the tenant who's living in the house you or your company's controlling, you're going to watch the value of that house appreciate. Can you say that word? Appreciate and go up in value every year. And then in 5 years, we sell it and make $90,000 profit per house times 5. Now remember, we're going to do this with 15 houses, right? So here's your equity profit in 5 years with 15 little rental lease purchase houses. They all go from 250, 270, 291, 314 to 340, and you've got 15 of these though. That's a $1,350,000 profit in 5 years with 15 houses. And yes, that is $1,350,000. I forgot the thousand in there if you see that mistake, right? Equity profit that goes to you. And that's your money. Why? Because you followed my system. Again, my name is James Harrison. I am in the USA. I am the #1 trainer, #1 mentor, #1 cash flow, long-term, get rich and wealthy with real estate in the country, guys. There's nobody better than me. And I'm going to prove that to you again. Watch. Now, what? No, hold on. Wait. It still gets better, guys. Remember, hold on. We add the $12,000 a year in rental cash flow coming off each house. And we're going to control 15 houses over 5 years, right? So when you add up the cash flow and the equity profits over 5 years on 15 little stinking rental houses, here's what that income looks like to you. Now watch. The houses go from 250, 270, 291, 314 to 340 in 5 years. But remember, we're cash flowing them every month. So you make $900,000 in cash flow off the rental income, $1,350,000 equity income when we sell them off the profit from 250 to 340. So your total, guys, is $2,250,000. And yes, this is real numbers, real money, and it all goes to you because you learn how in 30 days, maybe it'll take you 60 or 90. Some of our students, it takes 90 days. In 30 to 90 days, you learned how to step-by-step, ABC 1, 2, 3, get 15 houses under lease purchase contracts with an option to buy. You held them for 5 years, and you retire rich and wealthy with $2,250,000. Now, if you're still listening to this webinar and you're watching that, I want you to write that number down because I can guarantee that can happen. Now, I'm going to kind of stop right there, take a breath, and let's talk about who would qualify for our program, okay? Because at this point, look, if you're not buying and selling and flipping and wholesaling and assigning contracts and holding cash flow properties for retirement, you're going to have a hard time retiring, guys. You're going to have to work when you're in your senior citizen years, unless you have some other plan to make millions. Now, let's talk about who we're looking for. The people that we would like to train and coach and mentor with our VIP programs are positive, motivated thinkers. We only want positive people, okay? If you're one of those people that are negative, then we have to train you how to become positive, okay? Look, the real estate market exists. Do people live in houses? Yes. Do people rent houses? Yes. Do people live in condos and townhomes? Do people run businesses out of strip malls? Yes. Real estate is real. It exists. This is a no BS business, guys. If you're one of those people that's not positive, then we might not be looking for you, all right? But we can train you on how to become positive. The number one reason people hire me out there and they fly me all over the country to teach people real estate is because it's not the real estate that you need. It's to be positive every single day, convincing your mind that you're going to retire rich and wealthy with real estate and that you're going to do everything you need to do every day. You're going to show up and work 8 to 8 every day, Monday through Friday. You're not going to BS around, and you're going to take this serious. Also, we want to work with people who treat people how they want to be treated. So if you're one of those people that treats people not nice, or you're not kind, you don't say thank you, you don't say please, you don't hold doors for people, you're not going to fit with our program. We want people who treat people they want to be treated. All right. Now, the other thing we want to train you on is how to treat others the way they want to be treated, and that way they do business with you. They buy the house, they lease it, they pay you on time. They make sure that they do everything they need to do because you're treating them like gold. You're treating them like platinum, and that's exactly the way you want to be treated, isn't it? So we want to work with people who treat others nicely, and we'll teach you how to do that. We also want no excuse makers. If you're somebody who makes an excuse and blames everybody else for everything in your life that you fail at, we're not interested in working with you, all right? Now, we can train you on how to become a non-excuse maker, but you got to be part of the program, all right? Part of our training is personal development. We spend days at live events changing the way people think about their life and treating others differently so they can be treated differently. Kind of makes sense? We're also looking to work with people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. If you are listening to this right now and watching this, and you're like, James, I'm in, man. I want to do this. I'm interested. I've been thinking about doing real estate for years. Maybe you did real estate before. It's not working for you right now. You got out of the game. You need to get back into it. And you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're sick and tired of sitting in traffic. You're sick and tired of listening to a boss that you're smarter than. You're sick and tired of going to work at a job you hate. You're sick and tired of people being negative around you. Then we're looking to work with you. We want people who are ready to change their lifestyles. Also, we want gonna-bees. If you're a gonna-bee, we want you. That means you're gonna do it. You're gonna listen to us. You're gonna follow our steps. You're gonna borrow money. You're not gonna be scared. You're gonna be confident, right? You're going to do what needs to be done. If we say jump, you're gonna say how high. If we say run, you're gonna say how far, how fast. That's what we're looking for. If you're a wannabe, like 95% of all the people out there, we're not interested. Wannabes are people who make excuses. Well, I want to do this, but I want to get rich, but it doesn't work. I want to have a better life, but that's not for me. We're not looking for wannabes. We want gonna-bees. And again, we'll train you how to be a gonna-be. Kind of make sense? Good. We're also looking for contrarians. Contrarians are people who say, on the contrary, real estate is the number one least resistance path to rich and wealthiness. Because it is. That's the truth. That is a fact. We want people who we can train to be contrarians, meaning real estate right now is the number one way to create wealth. And on the contrary to what everybody else is saying out there, it's going to keep going up in value. We're not going to have another crash like we had in 2008. That's not coming anytime soon. And I'm telling you right now, it's not. Real estate is going to explode and keep going up in value over the next 5, 7, 10 years. Hey guys, look, in 1965, a house that was only worth 20 grand, today that same house is worth 300 grand. It always goes up in value no matter what. So you have to think like a contrarian. We'll teach you that. Sound good? Also, you have to have a passion for helping people. You have to help others have and maintain and create the American dream, which is owning properties. All right? The American dream is to get rich in the USA and wealthy and live a life of freedom, right? So we're looking for people who want to help others. The only way to get rich and wealthy is to help other people get rich and wealthy. Wow, did you just catch that? Let me say it again. The only way to help the only way to get rich and wealthy is to teach and train and show other people how to get rich and wealthy. So every single person that you put into one of your houses in my Slow and Steady Retire Rich 30-day 15 deal, 5-year plan, okay, is to help them buy a home. Now, when they buy the house from you, they're going to sit in the house and it's going to continue to go up in value. So when they sell it, they're going to make money too, which means you help that person make money. That's the only way you can get rich and wealthy. If you're not helping other people make a lot of money right now, that's why you're struggling. Period. End of story. That's the truth, and that's the fact. The other thing is you have to be coachable and trainable. If we're going to consider you for one of our programs, you have to listen and follow directions. And you can't be a know-it-all. We don't want any know-it-alls. I meet know-it-alls all the time, and I laugh and I say, oh my gosh, they are losing millions every day because they think they know it all. And also, we want people who have no egos and are humble. I want you to be appreciative of what you have right now. It's called your life. If you have your fingers and your toes and you can talk and you can see and you can hear, guys, you have everything you need. Think of all the people out there that go to war and they lose a leg or an arm and they lose their vision. They can't see, they can't hear. You know, some of the most successful people out there have limitations. So right now, if you're like, hey, James, you're right. I've got all my senses. I can walk, I can talk. I got really no issues except I need to make more money. And you can be humble and get rid of the ego. We want to work with you. No egos. We don't have any. And we're very humble. We're appreciative of what we have in this country. Well, also, we want somebody who acts with integrity. You got to tell the truth, man. You got to look at somebody in the face, shake their hand, and say, hey, I'm telling you, absolutely, this is the way it works. But then you have to back it up. You have to follow through, right? So you have to act with integrity. Tell them the truth. Look them in the eye. Stare them in the face and say, I'm telling you exactly, here's how it works. But then you got to show them how it works, right? You got to show the proof. And then they keep coming back for more business. That's the right way to do business. And that's the only people we want to work with. And we don't want any BSers. People who are full of baloney, we're not. Look, if you're full of baloney, we can see you coming a mile away. I talk to people every day on the phone, and I talk to people live in person. And I can see their BS coming a mile away. I already see it coming. And you know what? Smart, intelligent, wealthy people, you can't BS them, guys. Real estate is real. So it's the most real business in the world. It exists. You can touch it. You can walk around in it. You can build it. It's real, guys. The money's real. The loans are real. The lenders are real. Everything's real. So no BSers, okay? If that's you, we're not interested. Here's a big one. You have to pass everything through mom. Your best friend in the world should be your mom. If it wasn't for your mom, you wouldn't be alive. So if you think you shouldn't do something, ask mom if you should do it. If she says don't do it, then don't do it. It has to pass mom's approval. And I'm telling you right now, why don't you, when you're done with this webinar, call your mom and say, Mom, I'd like to show people how to own a home and control real estate and get their own home. I'd like to teach people how to go from renting to buying and owning. Would you approve of that? I guarantee you every mom is going to say yes. Yes, absolutely, I approve that. There you go. Then you need to do real estate and continue to do it. Everything we do passes my mom's approval, all right? Also, we're looking for people who want to leave a legacy. If you're that kind of person that wants everything to themselves and you want to die with your money, we're not interested in you. We're looking for people like this. You go out, you buy some properties, maybe you own a 100-unit apartment building, which we'll teach you how to do, and you leave that apartment building for your family, for your kids and your grandchildren, so you can leave a legacy. You know, the best thing you could do is pass away one day, and look, hey, the bottom line is we're all going to die one day, guys, right? But wouldn't it be nice to know that your family can say, hey, mom and dad took care of us when they were alive, and now they're gone, and they're continuing to take care of us. We love you, Mom and Dad. We want people who want to leave a legacy, and we'll show you how to do it. And the number one person we're looking for is an action taker. You got to take action, guys. You see, people talk the talk all the time. You watch those TV shows, Flip This House, Flip and Flop, right? But they talk about it, but a lot of them don't even really do it. It's all drama for TV, just so you know. You want to become this person that says, okay, I am getting up in the morning, I've got 7 things to do, and I'm getting done all 7. And then when I'm done, I'm going to create another 7 things to do for tomorrow, and I got to get done all 7. We want action takers. Millionaires take action now. When they see an opportunity, they jump on it. They don't wait. They don't sleep on it. They don't procrastinate. And you know the number one reason for failure is procrastination. Do you really know what that means? People just don't do anything. They don't get off the couch. They talk about it, but they don't do it. We want action takers. If you're an action taker, we want you. And the reason why is this. I have a 30-day, 15-deal, 5-year hold, $2,250,000 retire rich, slow and steady real estate investing system that I want you to utilize, and I can teach you how to do it in a very short amount of time. So watch how this works. One of the first things we do with our clients, like you, is see if we can get you some money. Now, here's how this works, guys. Now, listen up, okay? We have in our Web of Force Social Wealth Network a group of lenders, and they would like to offer you $150,000 to start flipping real estate right now. Now, if you can see the screen right there and read it, if you are pre-approved, we guarantee funding or you don't pay a cent in fees, guys. There's no fees. Use the revolving credit lines with interest as low as 0% for the next 12 to 18 months. Now, why would our lenders in our network give you $150,000 at 0% interest over 12 to 18 months? Now, that's a good question. You're asking good questions. And we're almost done, guys. Hang in there. We're almost done. Here's why. Because if you borrow 150 grand from 5 banks and you pay it all back by flipping real estate, and you take the profits and pay back those loans, they're going to lend you more money. Now they'll lend you $250,000 to $300,000. Borrow that money, pay it back with your rental properties, and now they'll lend you more money. So we want to show you how to get some money now so you have money to do anything you want with it. Pay off credit cards, pay off your car, buy a house, flip real estate, hold real estate for wealth, maybe put your kid through college. But you want to use the money to invest it. Don't go shopping at the mall yet, ladies. We don't do that. We use this line of credit to get your business started. Hey, listen, guys. Even Mark Cuban on the Shark Tank, he told me, he goes, Jim, you have to have funding. Most businesses go out of business in the first year because they're underfunded. They didn't have enough money. And I'll tell you right now, I'm living proof. I've started businesses in the past, and I didn't have enough money. I was underfunded, and it didn't last. Boy, did I learn my lesson. So the first step we do with you is we get you on the phone. We walk you through getting approved for a line of credit of up to $150,000 at 0%. Isn't that exciting? Now, you don't have to do that. You don't have to take the credit line, but we do offer it because when we take our mentor students out into the field and you have to put down $2,000 to buy a bank-owned property, then you have the money available on your line of credit at 0%. Isn't that awesome? It's genius, guys. Genius. And then we flip the house, and in 60 days, you pay back the $2,000 on your credit line, and now you can borrow more money. The only way to get rich and wealthy is to have access to funding. So that's the first thing we do with you, okay? That's exciting. The next thing is this. If your credit's not that good, we have a whole credit optimization program that we will take you through. It's a 1-hour call, and we actually put you on the phone with the company that's in our network called Web of Force, and they are the #1 credit optimization repair company in the country, guys. In fact, it was founded and started by the guy who created Kentucky Lexington Law, and he sold that company for $130 million and then started this Credit Sense company. See, you don't want credit repair, you want credit optimization. So there's a whole training on that we will email you. We'll actually get you on the phone. We'll do a consultation call. We will get your credit over 800 plus. You see, the three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, sometimes have different information on the reports, but they're all different. When they match, your credit score goes up. You can have 3 errors and mistakes on your credit reports that's killing your credit. Once we clean that up, and we can do it in 30 days, your credit score goes up. So if your credit is in the crapper right now, you've got a credit score of like 550, 580, we can show you how to get it bumped up to 800 plus in the next 30 to 90 days with our credit optimization program. Now you can go qualify for loans and funding and money. Again, guys, without good credit, you're going to struggle. You got to fix your credit, and we will walk you through that, okay? Now, the other thing is this. We have 3 advanced VIP programs. The first one is called Maverick. The second one is Maven, and the third one is Master. I'm a Master VIP with Webiforce. I've been through all the trainings. I've helped create these trainings, and they are extensive, guys, okay? Now, the first thing we're going to offer you is a complimentary 60-minute mentor strategy session call. It goes for about an hour, and we want to find out kind of where you're at, what you're doing, and see if we can get you involved with one of our programs. Now, you have to qualify for one of these programs. Most people start with Maverick, and then they make money, then they upgrade to Maven, then they make more money, then they upgrade to Master. Some people just go right for Master because they want it all. All of these live events, mentorships, and trainings, and internet, guys, you can get all this done in the next 60 to 90 days. We do these events every week, every month, every quarter, every year around the country, all right? So we want you to be involved with Webiforce, and it's the #1 social wealth and network. But the bottom line is, guys, you have to go through the training. You have to be educated. You have to learn how to do it. So we'll go over those 3 programs on the call if we can get you on a call, okay? Now, the other thing I want you to do, and you can write this down or take a picture of the screen, we will guarantee this. We are so confident with my associates, my investors, my lenders, my contractors, everything we have set up nationwide, we are so confident that we can get you on this 5-year plan to retire rich and wealthy with real estate. We will not stop working with you until you have successfully completed 3 deals. Now, let me explain that, okay? Not start 3 deals, not get in the middle of 3 deals. You've completed 3 deals. You got them under contract. You sold them. You wholesaled them. You flipped them. Your lease purchase option tenant is in there, and you are receiving money. We will guarantee it in writing. So if we can get you qualified for one of our programs, you're going to sign a guarantee, and that's on us. And again, we will not stop mentoring you until you have successfully completed 3 deals. Look, we don't need your money. Our lenders want to lend you money in our network. That's how I make my money, just so you know. I'm being very upfront, total integrity. I make my money with the lenders, okay? But they will lend you money so you can buy and sell real estate. Without that, you're going to struggle, guys. So if you're listening to all these other gurus on the internet sending you stuff saying, hey, you don't need any money to make money in real estate, it's all BS, guys. It's a lie. I'm telling you. The only way to wealth is to have access to money to own and control real estate. We will guarantee that we will work with you and not stop until you've done 3 deals. Why? We work with some of the biggest names in the country, if not the world, and they have the money to lend to anybody in real estate. You see, you don't have to go on the Shark Tank to ask them for money. They're all going to give you money for real estate because they all own and control millions of dollars of real estate. Now, does that totally make sense to you? Yes. So if you want to have access to people like them, you have to be part of a network so that you have access to them. And again, my job is to show you how to get rich and wealthy in real estate over the next 5 years. We teach the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s on how to do it, guys. And I have a 6-figure option system compiled with a 5-year, 15 deal. We set it up in the next 30 days. Retire rich and wealthy plan. And yes, this is real money. It really works. Real estate is real. The question is, are you? And are you ready to go? That's what I want to show you how to do, okay? So if you're still listening to this webinar, you've been taking some notes, all right? My name is James Harrison. My job, okay, is to help you retire rich and wealthy. Most gurus out there are great at one thing. Again, guys, they talk a good talk, but they never show you hands-on how to walk the walk. You will never meet these people, and they will never train you, and most of them are full of crap anyway. We walk the walk every day as full-time investors. We're out in the field, we're closing deals, and we offer white glove Rolls-Royce service for any human that wants to learn our systems, okay? And the bottom line is this. We teach simply the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s on how you and your family become rich and wealthy in today's real estate market. It's as simple as that. Again, I've trained tens of thousands of people over the past 12 years. You've never heard of me. I've never heard of you. We're meeting right now for the first time. And there is the proof. I used to work for Donald Trump. I'd love to help you, and we want to get you started. Now, if you're ready to go right now, on the bottom of this video, I want you to click that button. And it says, yes, James, you rock, I'm in. Sign me up for this complimentary 60-minute mentor strategy session. You're going to click that button. You're going to fill out a form. There's about 7 questions, all right? We're just trying to get to know you a little bit. And then you're going to click submit, and then you're going to be taken to a little payment page. Now listen, we only want to work with serious people. So we're going to have a little fee before we get on the phone with you. It's a $97, I'm a real person, no tire kicker fee, which means, look, if you're not willing to invest into your education, we're not interested in working with you. Real estate and education and colleges and universities cost a lot of money, guys, all right? And the bottom line is this. We're looking for people who are willing to put a little money into themselves before we get on the phone with you. So here's how it works. You click the button, you set up your complimentary call. There's a little fee involved. You're going to pay that. Once we get on the phone with you, and that's going to happen within 24 hours. We will call you within 24 hours. You're actually going to schedule this within the next 24 hours for one of our mentors to call you, all right? On the phone, we're going to go over your answers. We're going to see where you're at in your life right now, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. And then we're going to go over our programs. Now, 90% of the people don't qualify for our programs because they're just not ready. So we give you your fee back. We credit that back within 24 hours. Believe me when I tell you, we do not need your 97 bucks, guys. That's not how we make our money, okay? We make our money in real estate, and we make our money teaching people how to do it so they can borrow the money from our lenders. Now, if you don't want to borrow money, real estate's not for you. Just don't even do it, guys. But I want you to click that button. Watch. Here's how serious and real we are. You click the button, you fill out your form. You're going to schedule your time within 24 hours. Pay the fee. Get on the phone. We will call you in the next 24 hours, I promise you. We will take our time, do about a 60-minute strategy call. If you qualify for one of our programs, we're going to go over that on the call. We will credit back your fee anyway, okay? So the bottom line is this. If you're right now going, Jim, I like this idea, I'm interested, man, you're motivating, I want to do this. Click the button, go through the process, fill out the form, schedule your call time for the next 24 hours, and if it doesn't work at the end of the call and we can't get you qualified to work with us and we cannot get you into our Webaforce network, okay, to change your life for you and your family, using real estate strategies that work every day, you'll get your 97 fee back. Please, I guarantee it, I promise you, we don't need your money. Okay? What I want is your testimonial. I want you in 90 days on a video with me saying, I listened to everything James said, Webaforce, you guys rock. I have 15 properties in my portfolio, and I am heading towards being retiring rich and wealthy in real estate. That's what we want. We need your testimonial, guys, okay? So I've had a great time with you. I hope you learned something. These webinars are available to watch over and over again. Oh, and as a bonus, listen, you are in our email system now, and you are getting 7 videos over 70 days, over 20 hours of training from me on how to get this program started. So check your email, check your spam box. You are getting a video every day for the next 7 days, guys, okay, as a bonus from me to say, hey, thanks for watching. Watch those videos. And listen, we'd love to help you, man. Real estate is the most popular, least resistance path to wealth. I hope you get started, and I'd love to see you at one of our live events. We do them every week, every month across the country, guys, and I'll probably meet you one day. Thank you so much for your time, and get out there. Let's make money. Click that button. Set up your call. We'll call you within 24 hours. Take a shot at it. What the heck else do you have to lose except losing millions of dollars in real estate you never bought? That's what we want to show you how to do. I'm James Harrison, Master VIP with Webaforce, and I'll see you on the call.